This moment right here, man, I don't even know how to describe it. I really don't know how to describe it. I just never saw it coming at all. Did I fangirl? Yeah. So what's up? I'm gonna do it. Hey, bro, I just can't believe this moment happened. Yo, this is incredible. Let's get into it. I don't even want to say what it is. Just watch. But before we do, right here in the small box, Welcome back to Single Seater Reactions, only on the Flex in My Network. I'm Flex. Welcome back to the channel. Hey, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you drop that comment down below. Let me know what you think about the reaction. Hit that notification bell so you can see when I drop my videos as well as go live. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I had a conversation with DeVille. Tap in. Let's go. Yo, make sure your mic and everything's on, bro. What's good, bro? Well, let me switch to Discord.
Oh,
Yeah, bro. This guy's really here for me.
Everyone's just holding their breath.
You know what I'm saying? We're all just waiting to just hear something.
oh, what? My bad, bro. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Now we can hear you.
What's good, bro? What you doing? You
what's
chilling or what?
poppin'? What? Bro, how you feeling? What's good?
Nah, it's good to chop it up with you.
Shoot, what you want to talk about, bro?
Hell yeah. I'm chilling, bro. I just dropped the video right now, bro. I just saw you on live. I saw you on live. I was like, let me just tap in, see what's up, bro. You know, I'm tapped in with everybody. I try to watch everything. I try to watch everybody just like everybody else. So, like, I know, bro. I got you. I'm subscribed to you. So I saw you live. I decided to say what's up, bro. What you on, though?
Shit, we chilling, bro. I just watched the video from Ray Daniels. He was kind of talking about how, like, the streets are kind of compromised right now. You know?
What? California or, like,
in general?
in general?
Yeah.
The streets been compromised.
Nah, but like it's the
yeah,
way like
bro.
the music industry's kind of like breaking it down in a sense by just it's like almost like you're using like certain tactics and painting people in certain lights and assuming that they're this kind of person, when in reality like you're just using a whole bunch of like puppets and making them look like leaders, you know? Yeah, bro.
Yo, bro, you worked at. I saw a video that you did. You said you worked at security and you saw Tory Lanez, right, in person and shit.
Yeah, bro. No cap.
And you said that you saw Baka too, right? And you hadn't seen him after the diss or some shit like that.
Yeah. So in that situation, like after that whole like thing happened, yo, we're all like, yo, where's Baka? Where's this person? Where's that person? You know what I'm saying? And they never showed
So
up.
give me the rundown, because when you had talked about that in the live, bro, I thought that was real interesting because I'd never heard. Because you're basically somebody who saw him before the diss, and then you saw him after the diss.
Yeah.
And how everything happened after the fact. So like take me through how you, because you said you were a security guard, right?
Yeah. So I work security at this certain place. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna like say where that place is, but like.
Yeah.
In that moment, like after like Meet the Grams and like Not Like Us like dropped, I'm not gonna lie, it was like a couple weekends before we saw his face again, and we never saw it often until everything died down for a bit, you know?
Yeah, so then everything dies down and then you start seeing him come back. How did you feel about his diss? How did you feel about him like speaking out after the fact?
Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. And I said this in the video, like, yo, he made the biggest mistake by opening his mouth like that. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense if he knew that it was so embarrassing that he didn't come out. Because you said you didn't see him publicly after that.
Yeah.
Why would he open his mouth if he knows that was going to be like a big deal type shit? You know what I'm saying?
But that's how you know, like, when it comes down to OVO or anybody that associates itself with them, they don't really have no direction for real.
When I was talking to Jalopy, he was saying like that shit could have been what we're saying, I was saying it with Curtis King, and that we all kind of like we're hinting towards it, like it could have been kind of like a distraction, like it could have been something that could have thrown people off from what was going on over there at the hills, like the hidden hills. But I remember that you had talked about doing security. I gotta pause this audio shit. Hold on.
Yeah, I think I gotta do mine too.
I think it was me. But yeah, bro. I thought it was interesting when you had said that because he comes out and does this interview. It just made me feel like, if you had said that he had never popped out, what's making him pop out now? He was aware that he was going to be like ridiculed in the public's eye. You know what I'm saying? What makes him come out and do an interview now? But then like all this shit starts popping off about the Hidden Hills, about shit that happened in the Hidden Hills. And I feel like he was sent on a dummy mission to like kind of like make people or distract people from like what's really going on. You feel me? Like I feel like he was put out there to distract people from what's going on, from what DJ Vlad had talked about and shit like that. But I never really heard about how they were moving after the fact until you had said something. But it's funny that they don't even know who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it's true. And to speak towards that, okay, there's two ways where that can go. So I'm gonna start with like the whole like Canadian side first, because one thing about Canada is that we got a lot of Canadian pride here. I have my own take on that, where it's like it's a little bit, you make ourselves look a little bit more naive. But I'm gonna speak to the pride first, because what he said kind of resonated with some of the leaders here in Canada. I'm not even gonna lie. That's one thing I noticed. So some of the people that I follow, some people agreed with what he was saying. Like, yo, like, if you look at the case properly, like, no, I did not deal with no underage or no PDF kind of situation. And people were saying, I agree. Like, your case still looked bad. But maybe in that sense, you kind of cleared it up. So speaking towards what you were saying with Drake kind of used them as a decoy in a sense. That's where I get that part. That's where that moment.
So people in Canada think he's innocent.
Not
is that
saying
what it
that
is?
he's
Or like
innocent, but the reality is it's still a weird case. But at least for that moment, people are saying, okay, what Kendrick was saying, and Not Like Us, we can say that part, saying, oh, you're a PDF or whatever. That's not true. So it's almost like he's trying to pull himself out of that kind of like situation, when in reality,
you're saying Baka. You're saying Baka's trying to pull himself out of that.
Yeah.
Out of that PDF file allegation.
Yeah.
But I mean, is it because the girl wasn't a child? She was 22.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing is that the police report says that the police said that they caught him with her, but that they believe that there was other women involved. They just couldn't get the other women. So we don't know those women, and we don't know how old they are. So I don't really even think that. I don't even take that as a factor. Like, who knows how old the other women that he was like harassing or assaulting or trafficking? Who knows how old they were? You know what I'm saying? Like, when all this shit was going down, they only know she's 22 because she's the only one that they arrested him for it. But as far as anything else, the other people that the cops are saying is they believe that there was other women involved. We don't know those women, and we don't know how old they are. So I mean, it's a gray area. I understand it, but at the end of the day, he went to jail for like 11 months, and he came out, and the girl refused to testify. Now, at first, I thought it could have been because of a bag, but then moving forward, Curtis had said something like, nah, she had moved. I forgot who told me. Someone said that she had moved away. And I feel like they were saying she had moved away because she was in fear for her life. Not really because they gave her a bag, but she possibly could have left because she was in fear of, like, with Baka, OVO, you know, these people got money. She got no money. They could have, you know, I don't want to say it, keep it alleged, right? But they could have threatened her so that way she don't have to testify in court. I'm just assuming, you know, I'm not trying to say that's real or not, but that shit does sound crazy, bro. But I don't know. I don't know the laws in Canada, but I think it is strange how people will be like, well, he's not a pedophile technically, but it's like, nah, well, technically, you know, he still trafficked a human. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit crazy, bro. Like, you trafficked the whole human. And the thing is, you know, and but the whole fucked up thing is is that so I don't know where this like where you did security at, but I don't want to say. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. It was. I don't want. I don't want to pry. But let's say like if it was somewhere. Is it somewhere public? I don't want to say. How do I say without saying it? Is it like somewhere like publicly, like like an airport, or like a club, or like you know what I'm saying? Like what are we talking about here when you say security? Like, is it level 1 security, level 3? You have a gun on you, you don't have a gun on you. Like, what's the
Oh no, this was level 1. This is definitely level 1.
level what type shit?
Well, the
Okay,
place I was at
okay,
it was a pretty popular place in Toronto that a lot of people would frequent. So
but it's not an airport. You could
no,
say it's not an airport, right?
no, not at all.
No,
No.
so it's a club.
Um, you could say that. I don't want to
So
throw
you
that
worked at a
information out there
so
because
you
like
worked at a club.
it could be problems, you know. So I gotta be mindful of how I speak. You know what I'm saying?
Do you still? My bad, bro. Do you still work there or what?
Here and there.
Oh, so my bad, bro.
No,
I
you
don't
good.
mean to pry like that.
You good.
I just thought it was ruined. Cause I be tapping in, bro. I be watching your videos. Sometimes I be on your lives. I just be watching this shit. And I remember when you had pointed that out, bro. I was like, that sounds very, very interesting. I wonder maybe you could hit me in the DM, bro, and you could probably tell me in private. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I don't want you
we
to
can have
tell
a
me publicly
convo.
if you can't.
Yeah, we can have
Yeah,
a
bro.
little.
But if you could tell me, cause I don't know, bro. But do you ever see some crazy shit go down there, or you know what I'm
Uh,
saying? Like what have you seen?
Man, some
Type shit.
shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. A lot
For
happened at
real,
this
bro.
place.
So
I ain't
you
gonna
like
lie.
the fly on the wall at that point. You're like an ebony prince at this point.
Low key, just low key though. You know what I'm saying? Not to his level, but like definitely fly on the wall, just like being observant and all that. You know. But I kind of want to speak towards like what we were saying with like the whole like you don't really know the girls in that situation. Um,
Yeah.
Here's the thing about that though, because here in Canada, like I don't know what it is, but like a lot of our like leaders and greats, they don't really do too much background checks on like the kind of celebrities that they follow. They just follow for the sake of putting someone on a pedestal, you know. So when I was speaking towards like the pride that Canadians have, like they do that because, you know, like they want to champion somebody. You know, there's some Canadians here that I agree with them. Like, no, that case was too
Yeah.
weird to say. Oh, nah, it's cool. I can't say that. And there's a lot of us out there that can't say that. But it also depends on how much time are you putting into your research on these people. You know.
Hmm.
So that's where
Yeah.
like that's where there's kind of like a line drawn in between people that just want to follow and people that just want to just like have their own like take their own thought on the people that they want to
You're
champion.
talking about the Canadian perspective of the beef, right? Like
Yeah,
between all these characters we're talking
absolutely,
about. Oh, okay.
absolutely.
So
Like,
how so is Canada real torn apart? Like, are they really fucked up about this whole beef? Like, do they really feel like, damn, like they really like they're marking out the only guy that we have in the city. You feel me? Like, is that how they feel over there?
100%.
Damn, how do you feel? Because you don't think that Drake won, right?
Are you crazy?
That's what I'm saying. So like, is it something that who feels that way to feel that way about somebody from Toronto just because they're from the same place? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like why would you want to feel like you would have to not why would you feel like, but like why would you look for like the technicals in the issue where it really doesn't concern you? You know what I mean? Like if Baka was arrested, but there was like, but wait, it wasn't a minor though, so he's not really a pedophile. But it's like, but he's still human trafficked though, and he went to jail for 10 months. Why are we trying to pick at technicals here? You feel me? Like, but then you say it's because of Canada, and like they're just so hooked on trying to find someone that they could cling to or hold on to and put on a pedestal. It's like, do you really want to put that on a pedestal though? You feel me? Like, why would you want to praise that? And it's no offense to Canada, but like, isn't like who's like? There's a lot of other people from Canada that you could probably praise. You know what I'm saying? Besides them, besides, I don't know, The Weeknd probably. I'll put The Weeknd on the pedestal before Baka and Drake. You feel me? Like that's just me though, and I'm not that much of a big Weeknd fan, but I'm choosing The Weeknd over Drake any day.
Here's the
You
thing
feel
though.
me?
I spoke about this in a live the other day where I was speaking about the gatekeeping that was happening in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing that I was mentioning is that we only have about like around 7 artists to all of Canada. And it kind of like bothers me
Damn.
because there's so much more artists out there that can definitely claim that spot to be up
Yeah.
next or work their way up to up next. But because of like the whole like everyone following Drake and the whole like
Yeah.
everyone just on OVO's nuts, it's like, yo, if we continue down this path and then we lose our said greats or they just grow out of what they were, we don't really have
Yeah.
nobody next. And that's a huge problem. I talk about this with a lot of my friends that either work in music or they're just producers on the side that say the same thing where it's like,
Yeah.
yo, this is a bigger issue than people realize, and we need to really start to champion other people than the individuals that we keep at the top so much. That's a problem.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I feel like it doesn't matter. Like I feel like it matters to a certain point because like, oh, this is a hometown individual. Like they grew up where I grew up. It makes them feel more closer to them. But at the same time, that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't praise somebody else that comes from another country or from another state. You feel me? Like, and I feel like you're right about that. Like, I think people just try to cling on to things, because it resonates with them in a certain way. But realistically, though, like, why don't people praise The Weeknd or like what's up with The Weeknd? How do they look at The Weeknd over there?
It's
Because he's
beef.
somebody who's like pretty big too.
It's beef with OVO and EXO. The reason why it's like that.
Because he said that his manager was like a blunt runner, right? And like Family Matters and shit like that.
Yeah, some nonsense like that. It's just that they've been beefing for years. You know?
So how is the beef go internally, like over there in Toronto? Like, cause are you from Toronto or like are you just like from another part of Canada?
No, I'm pretty much from Toronto. I'm not gonna lie. Like I frequent Toronto a lot. I kind of live on like the outskirts in a sense,
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
But like I frequent Toronto a lot
Yeah.
because I got work out there. But like the thing about that beef is that it's a little bit more childish than people realize. Cause we already know about the OVO sweatshop and how like everyone's just feeding Drake songs and all that, right? That's that's
Yeah.
pretty much like common knowledge. So basically, like when Drake was on his come up, he used The Weeknd as that source for his music, taking his songs, and The Weeknd never liked that
Mm.
shit.
Yo, and that was another thing. How do you feel about Drake stealing from Toronto artists? Didn't he do the whole CN Tower thing because of like a artist from Toronto that like I don't want to correct me if I'm wrong, bro, but wasn't he like injured after the fact? Like, didn't he have like I don't know his injury, but I know he became like challenged after a while. You know
Not,
what I'm talking about or no?
not, no, I know exactly what you're talking about because I spoke with him, but not necessarily challenged. But I wouldn't say it's linked. Those
You
those
talked
two
to him?
are not linked. But that moment, shout out John River, no doubt. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
they
that
definitely
yeah,
had.
that guy.
Yeah, they definitely had like the conversation where the weekend or not the weekend, but Party Next Door was like,
Boy
oh,
Wonder.
you gotta like bend a knee or whatever. Boy Wonder, Party Next. I'm pretty sure it was Party Next Door that said that or whatever. But like, you gotta bend a knee
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like
you're right.
send.
Boy Wonder, my bad. Boy Wonder was Chapo. My fault.
Yeah, yeah. But like in that moment, that's where he's like, nah. And then he went on a whole escapade, like rant almost on Instagram with multiple story
Mm.
slides just speaking about that moment. And after I read all of that, I said in my Instagram, I said, look, I stand with John River because you can't be moving like that, especially when he had brain fluid leaking.
Yeah, that's what it was. Brain
Yeah,
damage, right?
yeah,
I was trying to
that moment.
remember.
But it's not linked. That was different. That was separate. That was separate. That was his own
But
thing he was going through.
yeah, that was a whole different situation. But the fact that he was suffering through that, and then Drake and them still decided to like rip him off and copy his whole entire flow, like from the CN Tower. Like I felt like that was messed up, bro. They should at least give him like credit or some shit because, like, not only did they take from him, they took from a guy like that has fucking brain damage, bro. Like what the fuck? Like that's fucked up,
That's
bro.
why I was
Like you
saying
ain't
in that
even gonna
moment,
give him
like,
a shout out, bro. Nothing.
yeah, that's why I was saying in that moment, like, yo, this is the last person that y'all should be taking from.
You should
Not
take
saying
from.
like he's not the
Damn,
one,
bro. That's what I'm
but it's
saying,
like the
bro.
situation that he's in. You don't need to. You know, you can go out and take your own picture. It almost looks like a 1-for-1 copy of the picture. You can
It
go out and
looks
take your
exactly
own
the same. Maybe the color, and I think the color is different because he filmed it like during a time where like it looked like the sun was out.
Yeah,
Talking about John River, right? 'Cause it looks kind of like orangey. You
yeah.
know what I'm
I
talking? You
remember
seen the
that
photo?
video. Trust me, I remember that
Yeah,
video when it came out.
because he was coming up, right? You're talking about how artists were coming up, and people are always looking for the new artists over there to represent Toronto. He
Exactly.
was one of them. He was on the rise.
Yeah.
So but the thing is that he had a relation with Party Next Door, and when Party Next Door took from him, I'm not sure when him and Party linked up, right? But I do know for sure that he suffered brain damage, and then they took from him. And I think that's the most fucked up thing is that we talk about Nokia, and we talk about how they stole from this dude, and they reference because these are reference tracks, obviously, right? I guess they're more important, but like the visuals matter too. You know what I mean? Because that's another form of artistic expression, whether it be through the music and the music videos. Like we're watching Luther, we're watching the breakdowns. Like so, when you see CN Tower and you see it in his video, and then afterwards you see it in Drake's video, if I feel like they should have at least gave him some credit or threw him a bag or something, especially if the dude is hurt from his head. I feel like it's fucked up. And then it's what you say, like it just goes back to that OVO sweatshop mentality. Like you take from others and you don't really credit them. And this is why the reason why Chapo is going as hard as he is now. And I feel like Chapo and like a lot of other people like Chapo are eventually gonna come out and start bringing out more reference tracks. You're gonna hear more things like that. You're gonna hear DJ Vlad open his mouth a little bit more. People are gonna have more loose lips when they decide to share things on podcasts in regards to Drake, be, allegedly though,
Oh, of
because
course.
of the whole like UMG thing, bro. Like the whole UMG lawsuit, it feels like all these people were quiet before this shit started happening. Now that all this shit is popping, now people want to talk. Now after you sue UMG, now people want to talk. You see what I'm saying? Like it's not a coincidence, bro. Or if it is, it's the most biggest ironic coincidence there is. Because why would people be wanting to speak about how they are wanting to expose Drake for reference tracks when he's going at the label? Hey man, it just feels like it feels calculated. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that probably talked about this at this point. But it is crazy, bro. It's a crazy point to drive home. But I know, but as far as John River, bro, I wanted to do a video about John River, but I didn't really know his story. But at the time, I only knew a little bit of it during the time when Drake had dropped the album. But I just thought that was an interesting take. I know you're from Canada, bro. And by the way, bro, I respect anybody. Shout out Canada, bro. I respect Canada. I respect Toronto. I have no disrespect for Canada, even though like I'll be going like crazy and like the whole what's the dirt situation and shit like that. I was
Oh
going
my
crazy,
god.
but nah, bro. I respect it, bro. Like I feel like you're the only Canadian out here crushing it, low key.
I got
You know what I'm
no.
saying?
It's only right to ask these questions because one thing, like, if you go through, like, for any Canadian that watches this, whatever, like, if you go through my videos, it might seem like it's just a lot of hate, like face value. No, that's not the case. Like, what I'm doing is like I'm trying to shed light on things happening here that we don't talk about, but at the same time, I gotta like kind of big bro it in a sense where it's like let's really talk for real, bro, because we keep hiding from the problem around here and we don't address nothing and we move around like we're comfortable, like we're top dogs. Bro, I'm not saying we're like bottom of the barrel, but like we kind of close. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like let's think critically about our country. Let's stop being afraid to have these kind of questions or conversations. You know?
Yeah, bro. But I always like watching your content, bro, because like I like
Wow.
that you give a different perspective from that side, especially from the representation that we've had so far. Like when we talk about what's the dirt, and like when we talk about like other people from Canada, like a lot of people have something negative to say, but like when I see you and you're from Canada, you give me like a whole different perspective. Like I feel like, and there's nothing really wrong like with being from Canada and like having a perspective that you have. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but I always feel like you give a great insight being somebody from the other side. But I always look at you as a person that that speaks with like a little bit more of a like a try to like have an understanding of everything. Not just because I'm from this place, just because I'm from Canada doesn't mean that I have to defend Drake, or it doesn't mean that I have to like defend the things that are being said. You know what I mean? Like it's being said for a reason. Not that anything's being said about Canada, because obviously Kendrick is going to Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently his show is sold out in Canada. So it's like people fuck with Canada, and Kendrick fucks with Canada. We all
Absolutely.
fuck with Canada. I just think that there's certain type of representation over there that makes y'all look bad. But I don't think there's anything wrong with Canada. I love Seth Rogen. You know, Seth
Mm-hmm.
Rogen's the shit, and he's from Canada. You
There you
feel me?
go.
Like I just think like you know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong, like, with Canada, and nobody has an issue with Canada. I think that people get on here and they try to say shit like that it's about, like, it's like a country thing, and, like, it's about America versus Canada. Like, bro, this ain't about America versus Canada.
I agree.
This is about Drake versus Kendrick. You know what I'm saying?
I agree fully. And I kind of said like the other day, like I think Canadians here, not now. Let me be careful what I say here for Canadians, because like there's a sector of Canadians that strictly follow Drake, that are the ones that are making it Canada versus America. They're the ones kind
Yeah,
of
I
just
don't
like
like that, bro.
it, but that's how
I know,
naive.
you know who I'm talking about when
Of
I say that
course,
shit, though.
don't worry, I know.
All right.
But like that's the naivety that I'm speaking about. That's what makes us naive here, because we're willing to say something so foolish.
You try to make it like a country thing, and it's like, bro, it's not even the point. Like, it's not really like a country. I never looked at it like at that aspect. At least if I have, correct me if I'm wrong, but I never looked at it like the USA versus Canada. Canada, that shit's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's just rap. You know what I'm saying? It was a rap beef. This is Kendrick versus Drake. And it doesn't matter where you're from. Like, if you're from Canada and you fuck with Kendrick, or if you're from the US and you fuck with Drake, that's just on you. Their academics is from the US and he rocks with Drake, but I don't know. Fuck him though. You know what I'm saying? It's just like an example, right?
No, of course.
Like, you could be from these places and support an artist that's not even from there. It's never been about like a national thing, you know what I mean? Like a country versus country thing. I'm saying this because when I watch your videos and I watch you as a person, bro, I always respected that you're an individual that doesn't choose Drake just because you're from the same place. You choose who you want to believe because you're an individual that has your own thought. I could respect that versus somebody that we could think about who chooses, to rock with somebody just because they're from the same place. You feel me?
No, thank you, bro. Thank you for watching, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, I appreciate it. No cap, that's crazy. That's so crazy.
Oh yeah, bro, all the time, bro. Everybody, bro. You always tap in, bro. I had to subscribe. I had to see what it's about. And then I like the story. I like the way you come. I like the way you come through, bro. Like, you come through like you're from Canada and shit, bro. Like, but
Yeah.
you give a real player perspective, bro, and I respect it, bro. And it's not just because like you're in support of Kendrick or whatever. It's the fact that you're an example that you could have your own rational decision, and you being where you're from doesn't dictate that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's why I fuck with you heavy, bro. But I'm always tapped in, bro. I'll be watching everybody. Uh I just did the Curtis King thing. I just saw Curtis King live and shit. Bro, I
Yeah.
be tapped in, bro. I fuck with all y'all heavy, bro. And I appreciate anybody who reacts to my videos and shit, bro. I never really thought that anybody would react to me, bro. But just keep posting, bro. Because at one point bro, I swear to God, I think I had like 2,000 the same day, like probably like a few months, and then I just went up. But like I try not to think about it at all, bro. If anything, I just try to think about like what the next video is going to be about. That's all I care about.
Absolutely.
What the next video is going to be. That's all I give a fuck about. I don't care about nothing else. I don't care about shit else. I don't care about the numbers. None of that shit. I just try to worry about the next video and how can I like make it presentable for the people to watch. And by the time you do that shit, bro, you're probably gonna be like up there with me, bro, in no time. I feel it. I feel it, bro. And I feel like you could be the representation from the hip hop Canadian aspect that people need in this space.
Hey,
I feel like, in my opinion, you can
crazy.
be.
Hey, bro, I appreciate it. And look, I don't disagree. You know what I'm saying? I don't disagree. I feel like I could be up there beside like Company Man, Curtis King, beside y'all, bro. I ain't gonna lie, on Culture United, bro. I feel like, you know,
Yeah,
I
bro.
be...
We need somebody on that side, man. We need somebody from Canada to, we need an ally from there, bro.
Yeah,
but I'd be seeing you, bro, and I peeped your story, and I was like, damn, bro, like he's really like he's kind of like a person that is a rational person that's gonna give you a perspective that we all respect and admire, at least at this point, But I know everybody's opinion is different. I know sometimes you might not agree with me, and I might not agree with you. But I know for sure, like the way that I see you carry yourself, bro, I always feel like, yeah, bro, like, and it's not just because you rock with Kendrick and you don't rock with Drake, bro. It's because, like I said, you don't let where you're from dictate what you think, and that's important, bro. That's important. You don't choose a side just because it's the easiest side to choose. You chose the road to travel. What's the saying? You chose the road that's less traveled by. You feel
yeah,
me? And I respect anybody who does that, especially someone who's doing that when you could. And I hear you talk about it all the time. You always have to go against people in your own city because your views are different. But I think it has a lot to do with what you say. Where I'm from dictates what people think, and I feel like that's the shit that fucks everybody up here. And it's crazy how you always talk about that, because I start to think like, well, how different is it in Canada? Like, how are people thinking about this beef? And I get that insight from you. So I always like watching you and like hearing what you have to say about shit like that. I feel like you could really tackle like things like moving forward by doing shit like that. You feel me?
hey man, it's gonna be a tough battle, bro. That's all I gotta say. But I'm here with it. You know, I'm here with it.
Hell yeah.
But thank you, bro. Thank you for the
Hey,
words,
you
man.
smoke, bro?
Yeah, every now and then, a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
You don't smoke on stream though. Why am I the only one smoking on stream, bro? I feel like I'm the only one that smokes on the stream.
Hey, bro, that just shows how comfortable you are. You know, like I feel like because I kind of like I graduated for advertising, marketing, communications through
Oh,
that.
that's what's up, bro. Congratulations.
Thank you, but through that program, it kind of told me like, yo, you kind of got to present yourself in different ways to kind of capture an audience. And I saw that when I just sit back in my single seat and just be me, not necessarily like me outside, but me inside. Nah, I just do what I do, you know?
Hell yeah, bro. So you went to college?
Yeah, I went to Sheridan College.
Hey man, I gotta go to college too, bro. Hey, bro, I went to college 1 year, and I skipped the whole day, bro. I never went to class
Hey,
and
that's how it be
shit.
sometimes, bro. Listen, one thing about me is that I understand the duality in the middle of wrong and right, regardless of how you see it. You know, that's just me.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, bro. Shoot.
You so but the weed's legal in Canada, no?
Oh, no
That's
doubt.
y'all lucky.
Hey,
Y'all
man,
lucky. Like,
we got it. We got it,
well,
bro.
I'm in a state where it's illegal.
That's unfortunate, bro.
That's, yeah, but fuck them, bro.
Hey, bro.
Like weed ball. I smoke that shit like it's legal though.
Hey,
But nah, bro. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why, bro. I don't know why. I just feel like I get more comfortable, bro. I guess it's like what you said. I don't really think about it though. I know some people say like, "Oh, I don't like to smoke weed on live because I lose my train of thought."
Yeah.
But I'm like, hell nah, bro. I gotta smoke, bro. I feel like I'm chilling. Like I'm in my crib. I'll make a drink too. Fuck it.
There you go.
I'll take, bro. Yeah, but it's not nothing crazy. Like I don't be just because, and you know it's funny, just because like I smoke a lot though. I do smoke a lot. I'll be real, bro. I just smoked right now,
Yeah.
but I noticed that like I'm the only one that smokes on live. I'm sure I'm not the only one that smokes,
No.
but I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that smokes like when I do a whole live. And then I'm on. Oh, and I appreciate you, Ty. I think you were there when I was live for the Cardi shit, bro. Like the Cardi album, the Cardi drop. I'm pretty sure you were there with me, no?
No, I was there. I was jumping all over the place, but I think I stayed with Your Live the longest in that moment.
Bro, that shit was fucking insane.
Bro,
oh my god. I was on live for 8 hours, bro.
I was mad low key because the time I went to bed, like the time I laid down and I was like relaxed, that's the time when the album dropped. I could have jumped back on stream and went through it right there and then. But I said tomorrow and I'm like,
That's hilarious, bro.
It is what it is.
Nah, bro. Someone said when it's illegal, the price is too high. I've been feeling bad for. Oh, it's Quickie Sticky. Hey, salute Quickie Sticky, dog.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, salute, bro. Tapped in, bro. Man. Yeah, man. Quickie Sticky, bro. Salute. When it's illegal, the price is too high. I've been feeling bad for those. Hey, nah.
Hey, I just like the fact. I like the fact that this community, like everyone's just like you see so many familiar faces. It's so crazy.
Oh yeah, bro.
That's amazing.
I know it, bro. I say it all the time, bro. I say it all the time. We're all tapped in. Like people who watch me, watch you, watch Curtis, watch Deleted. They watch Justin Hunt. They watch Monique. They watch everybody, bro. They watch Jay Nolan. Like they're watching all of these individuals. Jalopy, Big Kish, like Torture Talk. They're watching all of these. Like everybody who watches me watches them, and we all just share the community. But I always like just seeing like, oh well, who's tapped in with who? You know, like I'll be on the live and I'll be seeing like, oh yeah, oh they're tapped in with me too, bro. I love it, man. I love it though. Like that's why sometimes I don't even want to go live when someone's doing a live. Sometimes I'll be like, nah, I'm not gonna do that to them. You know what I mean? I would hate to go live when someone else is doing their thing, bro. Like right now, I wanted to go live, but I saw that you were live, so I was like, I'll just join his live. Fuck it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, I appreciate.
I ain't tripping.
That's wild.
Hell yeah, bro. I wanted to go live, but I was like, nah. Well, I already see him live. Let me just tap in. Curtis King was on the live. I was in his chat too, bro. I was just saying what's up. I had just dropped the video and shit, and then I came in, tapped in, and I was like, well, fuck it. Let me just chop it up, bro, and just see what's up with the people. It's just something that like I did it. I do it a couple times, bro. I don't really do it too much, but I did it with like Big Zo. I did it with like with Monique a couple times. I don't mind tapping in, bro. I really don't feel like it's a big deal, like to like just chime in and like, you know, like I said, we all share the same community and shit. But what's up with the people in here, man? What like who's in here? Akira?
Yeah, we got my peoples
Raven
in here. We got Akira. We got Coco. We got Raven. We got Slays. My peoples right here, bro. My little community, you know.
That's what's up.
Yeah, bro.
Nah, I respect it, bro.
Thank you.
Nah, I respect it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Wow.
Nah, I love it, man. I love it though. You got a mod in here too, or what?
Yeah, we got one mod. Shout out Tiff. Hey, that's our security guard in here.
Tiff,
she don't play.
Tiff, man.
Yeah, she don't play around here.
Hell yeah, bro. Tiff's cool, man. I see Tiff.
We gotta chop it up one day, bro. Just like live or not, just have a little convo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro, all the time, man. Now, like I said, bro, I love everybody that's tapped in. Shout out Tiff, shout out Quickie Sticky, Coco, OT, Kira, everybody, man, everybody, bro, everybody that's in here. Hey, Raven, Emerald, Slay Queen, I appreciate y'all. My bad, bro, for popping in. I didn't really have anything to talk about, but
no, you good, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
You good. Don't even worry, bro.
I had to say hi.
No, what's up, y'all? I appreciate y'all for having me, man. Thank you so much. Nah, y'all are cool, man. Slay Queen, Coco, what's up with y'all? Y'all good?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly, I said it in the chat, but I don't know if this should be a video or if this should be a part of another video, but like especially the earlier part of the conversation. But yeah.
Oh no, I was.
We
Oh,
were
what we're talking about now?
Yeah.
Like maybe that, and like especially with the Baka stuff, I don't know if that's gonna like help paint a picture for one of your videos or whatever. So like maybe that could be part of the video.
I can
So,
help paint that picture better one day if
okay,
you want. No cap.
Yeah, definitely a different perspective that I didn't know about for sure. I didn't know how it would go down there. You know what I mean?
Man,
yeah.
shit changed.
Are you guys from Toronto too? Are you guys from Canada too? Are y'all all y'all from Canada?
Nah.
No.
No.
Cali boy over here.
I'm from the UK. I'm from London.
Oh, shout out
So.
to UK, man. Shout out London. Hell yeah,
We
but
got
shout out Cali, man.
Chinese, Norwegian, bro, all over the world, man.
Oh shit, man, bro. What the hell?
Trust me, man.
What the helly?
Trust me,
What the
bro.
heliante?
What?
What the hell, Barry? What the hell, Burton?
My boy Akira right there. He's from Memphis.
Oh man, shout out the South, man.
Yeah,
Shout out Memphis, bro.
No cap, man.
Hell yeah, bro.
Trust me, bro.
The Grizzlies are going out of the playoffs, though. I'm gonna tell you that right now. The Grizzlies out the playoffs, bro.
Hey, we'll see what
Get
happens,
over it.
bro. We'll see what happens.
Hey, John Morant throwing grenades in the crowd is crazy, bro.
Didn't he get that recommendation from somebody? I don't know basketball names like that, but like, didn't he get that recommendon to throw the grenade and not shoot?
I don't know who recommended him to bust out the grenade, bro. But that is wild.
What's his name? He always does like those podcasts where he's like always talking shit.
Oh, you talking about Gilbert Arenas?
Yeah,
Gilbert Arenas. I think he's the one who said, "Yo."
Oh my god, they're comparing John Morant to Young Thug, bro. They were saying like, you know, when Young Thug said truly humble under God, they were saying that John Morant was like, it's not a grenade, it's not what you think. I'm throwing the BS, I'm throwing the bullshit that people are saying back to the crowd, and I'm closing my ears. And so it said that's like Young Thug when he said truly humble under God in court, bro. That shit was funny. I was like, no fucking mind.
Oh man.
I'm not throwing a grenade to destroy you. I am throwing some peace from my heart out to the crowd so that we can positivity and love.
That shit. He cooked though. He cooked low key, bro. But let me tell y'all, man. For sure. I appreciate y'all having me, bro. I appreciate everybody tapped in. I'm gonna go eat, bro. I gotta make some tacos or some shit. I gotta eat something crazy, bro.
Do what you gotta do.
What type of taco?
Probably like, I don't know, bro. I probably want to hog the. I either want to get some tacos, like a taqueria, probably like fajita or like something like that. But I kind of want to hog the jukebox at the Applebee's. I kind of want to, just go to the Applebee's and hog the jukebox.
Hey, bro,
you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna do, bro. But fuck it, bro. I'm gonna hit y'all up. Y'all take care, man. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna tap in again with it.
Yeah, yes, sir, man. Let me know.
Oh, thanks for coming. That's so nice.
Hey, man, shout out to Kira, shout out Raven Dembro, shout out Slay Queen, and shout out Coco, No Cage, man. K&K, salute, bro. Hey, shout out Flex Your Mind Network, bro. Everybody like, comment, subscribe, bro. Everybody tap in. Hey, bro, I appreciate you having me, bro. You take care, all right?
Thank you for stopping by, bro. Take care.
Bye. Oh. Flex. Yo.
What just happened?
Man.
Frozen.
You had a moment.
Yo.
Like, what do I use this thing? Like, what drinks?
You feel like
Is
a
this
proud
just for
mama?
water or something?
Oh.
Yeah.
I really do. One sec, son. I really do, you know.
Oh my days.
Sorry, I'm on one sec. One sec, guys.
No, you good.
We good.
Yo. That's crazy. That's whoa.
That felt good. That felt good.
Hell yeah, that felt good, bro. What? And I was just like,
I feel like we should say pause, but like I like this moment, so let's just keep it.
bro, when I saw his like icon like pop up, I hit the record button so fast, bro. Oh, I got all of that.
Sorry, my little man came in.
Actual
Oh,
bro.
I actually feel like a proud mama.
Yo, that was 45
That
minutes.
was lovely. Sorry.
There's no way you just said you got off on that flex. Hey,
Wait,
yo.
whoa. When did I say
Oh.
that? Whoa. When did I say that? I ain't say that. Don't do that. Don't do me like
Say
that.
again.
What's
Or
up?
was it might be me. One sec.
Wow. So that just happened.
Something wrong with the sound?
You did say that. You did say.
I did not say that.
You did say you.
I did not say that. What are you talking? I did not say that. See, now you're just hearing shit. That really was a moment in time. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, look, single-seater reactions, bro. It's only up from here. From where we are right now, it's only up from here. So listen, take care, be well, be safe, stay true, be you, live long, and long live. Peace. We going up, baby. We going up. Let's go. Come on now.